I bought this bike because it looks good and China scoots are cheap. There's really no quality control. Little did I know it would fall apart in the first mile, but that's later. An advantage is a GY6 engine. Performance parts are cheap and they're readily available on the internet. You're not going to find any data to back up any of the claims that they make. So that leads me to the point of the video. Do these parts do what they claim, and are they worth the money? To find out, I decided to do a little experimenting on my own. Okay, so you bought it online and you took it out of the crate. You're still not ready to ride. Immediately you have to change the engine and the transmission oil. As soon as you can, change all the vacuum lines and fuel hoses. When you get a chance, replace the plug, wire, coil, and CDI. The air intake is still a mystery to me. I honestly think it came off another model and was just shoved into mine. It's now in a landfill. But my problems didn't stop there. Right from the crate, it died. I found that metal was stuck to the cylinder bore, so when I started it up, it shredded my piston within the first mile. While I was in there replacing this, I found that my cam was off 10 degrees and the valve gaps were set to 0. So let's start with the baseline. My bike weighs 248 pounds with all the changes above. I add another 182 pounds with helmet and gloves. The weight of the bike was updated after each modification, but it really didn't change. The results are fairly accurate using a digital dyno. I'm reporting an average of 3 dyno runs. And remember, we're comparing changes. We're not relying too much on the actual numbers. Okay, here's what I got. If you look at the baseline, the maximum velocity sucks. The maximum RPM is pitiful. The wheel horsepower is about as expected. You'll find that number reported on the internet. The drag times and acceleration times are about as expected. First, we replaced the clutch. At the outset, I was skeptical about the performance clutch. It sure looked nice. The bell's a milled one-piece unit to replace that sad stock bell. The spring was a 1500, and I had a feeling this would be the biggest advantage. Now let's look at the graph. Pretty impressive changes in the maximal velocity and maximal acceleration. Also look at the changes we have toward the end of the run. They keep getting bigger in both the drag and acceleration. All of this fits nicely as advertised. I think the performance clutch is definitely a keeper. I've been real happy with it.